Gathering tips and tricks from influential figures in business, the host of The Final Pitch right here on CNN Philippines, John Aguilar, wrote a book about making every investor remember you. He joins us now to talk about the art and science of the pitch. Thank you so much for joining us, John.
Thanks, Rico.
Oh my God, what a book this is, a best-selling book and published by no less than Penguin.
That's right. Penguin Random House, the biggest publishing company in the world. So very fortunate to be published by them.
So tell me, John, why will this be an exciting book to read for aspiring entrepreneurs?
Aspiring entrepreneurs, even, all of us, we're pitching every day of our lives, right?
You're pitching this book tonight.
I'm pitching the book tonight. Somewhere out there, a husband is pitching for his wife to allow him to go somewhere. You're always pitching something to someone. Right. Even our kids pitch to us. The book essentially distills into around 200 plus pages what you need to be able to do or make an effective pitch. So we're very particular in terms of how we pitch to investors, ideas, even to employees, even if you want to onboard employees to your own company. So a lot what has been said and done, but at the end of the day, what I did was really talk to the best investors, venture capitalists from around the world, just to try to distill into this book
and of
what
course,
needs to be.
John, your experience right here on CNN Philippines. Your program has already had 8 seasons. How big a part were those programs, the learnings from all of those entrepreneurs and judges are part of this book?
There's been a wealth of knowledge that I was able to accumulate through the years, both from myself as a serial entrepreneur and also the judges, the contestants on The Final Pitch. We've had 8 seasons, so many learnings, both good and bad. So I put into the book things that I learned from the entrepreneurs themselves, what made them successful, and also the things that they were not doing so well. So it really is about failing most of the time. Most of the time you will not be successful on your first pitch. Actually, Rico, and I'm just saying this now, the first time I pitched my husband and the husband and wife team of myself and my wife Monica, we pitched The Final Pitch here on CNN Philippines. We actually got rejected.
Well,
our first season.
That sometimes makes you a better entrepreneur and will make you even more successful. They say even though you're rejected one after the another, you just have to stand tall and eventually you'll make it big.
Yes,
and that's what John Aguilar has done with The Final Pitch.
Oh, we're here now?
Yeah, we're here now.
And 8 seasons in, we're preparing for season 9 as well. So,
What will be the theme of season 9?
Season 9 is an open edition. So apart from the tech startups, we're expecting a lot of food entrepreneurs as well. A lot of really great companies were born from our own homes during the pandemic. And we expect some of them to come to the show and just really pitch their hearts out, because it's a brave new world out there. Anyone can be an entrepreneur. There's so much resources that we can tap into from the internet. And just almost anyone can put up a business now.
There are 10 chapters in this book. Act 1, nailing the basics, perfecting your pitch, journey onwards, etc. What is your favorite chapter in this book, John?
I think, bar none, my favorite chapter is the why. Finding out about your why, because I think before you give any pitch to anyone, you must be intimately aware of and
what you're selling, no?
Of not just what you're selling, but your reasons for doing what you do, your reasons for coming up with something, whether it's a product or service, because at the end of the day, you're going to fail a lot of times. But if you're very cognizant of why you're doing something and you feel deeply the reason why you're doing it, no matter what happens, if you get that no, you're always going to strive to just go in and try again and maybe improve.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Final Pitch, 8 seasons going on 9. But I'm sorry, John, my favorite chapter is 9. Lights, camera, action, because I am in the book.
Rico, for anyone out there who is interested.
Right there.
That's you. That's
was me together with John.
That was our Zoom interview when I was promoting, I think it was season 7 of The Final Pitch. But that chapter is very interesting because I talk about what it takes to be successful on a reality pitching show, such as The Final Pitch. So If you're interested at some point to pitch on the show, that is a playbook on how to convince us and how to convince the judges on your product or service.
If you want to be successful, if you want to be rich, read this book. But I also want to find out from you, you have to also use keywords, phrases, sentences, and ideas in making a good pitch. What would be those important words and phrases and sentences?
Okay. I think, and this is the science part, as much as it is the art. There is no magic word, right? At the end of the day, when investors look at your company, they're looking at the person. So it's never about just the technology. So when you pitch something, it has to be first and foremost, I guess something that you're deeply connected to.
You're passionate.
You're
You will see
passionate.
you're passionate about it.
They will see it. They will see your passion. I think sometimes we focus too much on, this is the tech, this is what we do. I think it's beyond that. It's really about trying to hone in on the solution or opportunity that you're tackling, why you're the best person to solve that or provide that solution. But at the end of the day, also knowing what it is that you're asking for.
But what are the no-nos when you make a pitch?
Okay.
I mean, being nervous, is that a no-no?
Sometimes it's even good because sometimes, genuinely when you're excited, passionate about something, you're gonna get nervous. But I think some of the judges and investors see beyond that, because if they can see the passion and your numbers, here's the thing, you have to know your numbers.
Yes.
Especially if you're presenting a startup or a business that you're pitching for money for. So if you are not intimately aware of the numbers of your business, most likely you will not get an investment, because at the end of the day, an investor is looking to earn not just their money back, but substantial returns from the investment.
All right, briefly, this is really an exciting book. Thank you so much for a copy. Where can they get The Art and Science of the Pitch by John Aguilar?
So it's been a bestseller in Singapore, in Kinokuniya.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Since last year. It is now in the Philippines. It is available in Fully Booked. And also last night we had a big launch with National Bookstore in Shangri-La. So it's available with National as well. But it's also online. I believe Lazada and Shopee also carry it through the Fully Booked stores. And also, of course, the National Bookstore online store.
You can't be just in the brick and mortar shops. You have to be even in the digital platform, which is why this is the best way to sell the book. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. Final Pitch host, John Aguilar, and also the author of The Art and Science of the Pitch.